But first, let's bring in Sophie Ellsworth, media writer at The Australian. Sophie, you've reported in The Australian today that the ABC, the board there, is in crisis over Laura Tingle's weekend outburst. A story you broke in The Australian, some remarkable comments at the Sydney Writers' Festival where she called Australia a racist country, unleashed a bile-filled diatribe against the opposition leader, Peter Dutton, accusing him of giving licence to people to engage in racial abuse. What more can you tell me about what's happening at the ABC and the board's response?
Well, Rita, these were extraordinary comments when I went to the Sydney's Writers' Festival on Sunday to hear Laura Tingle unleash on Peter Dutton and call Australia a racist country. Now, this is causing issues within the ABC. I know from sources within the ABC that there has been discussions among board members about this problem, and they're due to meet in June. But now it's under consideration whether they bring forward this discussion about Laura Tingle rather than wait till the board meeting in June. But Rita, this is a problem because not only is she their most high-profile political correspondent at the ABC, she is on the board herself.
Yes.
So if they have a board meeting and discuss matters relating to her, she has to recuse herself. I mean, this is a problem.
Does another staff-appointed board member step in place of her, or are they just be one down?
No, because she was voted into that role. She's in a 5-year term. She's 12 months in, and already this is causing headaches for them. But Rita, this is where Kim Williams, he is the new chair. He only started in March. And as many people who know Kim know, he's not one to hold back. So I have put questions to him about this, but he has not responded. But I can't imagine he's too thrilled about this.
Well, the ABC is very upset with your reporting, all these facts you are sharing with the audience, and they're disputing that there is any sort of crisis at board level. What's your response to that?
Well, they can do that, Rita, but that is not the case. They can put out their statements. I went to them yesterday with a series of questions. They gave me no comment. They've had ample time to respond to questions, and they did not. You know, on this whole thing that started on Sunday, mind you. I questioned them on Sunday about it as well, so I stand by my reporting.
Now, you called Laura Tingle the ABC's highest profile political correspondent. I would argue she is a commentator, so her comments about whatever she thinks of Australia, whatever she thinks of Peter Dutton, what sound to me like these paranoid fantasies of migrants being abused at open for inspections, because Peter Dutton dared to point out that when you have record number of migrants coming in, of course it's going to add to the housing crisis. But she's not a correspondent, she's a commentator. And those lines of the ABC between opinion, which is what this program is, and strictly news reporting are completely blurred. I would argue there are no lines. And I think we saw that with the Voice, the referendum, where we had so much reporting from the ABC, supposedly news reporting, impartial news reporting, that was pro-yes activism.
But Rita, she is a journalist at the ABC. Now, she does do analysis, which is what is commentary, but she's sitting there interviewing Peter Dutton. She's interviewing Anthony Albanese. She does reports on the 7:30 program. So if they want to try and argue, or if anyone wants to try and argue that she's not a journalist, she's a commentator, that is not the case. The ABC, she's a journalist. She is their political correspondent, and she reports not only, you know, political reports, but she interviews people. And I think that's a journalist.
Now, we saw some more warped reporting from the ABC. Again, this is news coverage. It's not commentary, analysis, opinion, what do you want to call it. This is supposed to be news coverage. And they've been called out for this because it is just a bizarre way to describe Hamas firing rockets into all across Israel, including Tel Aviv. The ABC called it a show of resilience more than 7 months into Israel's massive air, sea and ground offensive. A show of resilience, just really strange words to describe the actions of a terror group raining rockets down on civilians.